proposed Senate Resolution number 826 is hereby called to order. My colleagues in the Senate, fellow Filipinos, our resource persons here present, magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Happy New Year. Today we shall continue hearing proposed Senate Resolution number 826, which directed the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee to investigate, in aid of legislation, the alleged overpricing of the 11-story Makati City Hall 2 parking building, the 22-story Makati City Hall, and other alleged related anomalies. But before we begin with our first hearing for the year 2015, since we came from a long break, I would like to give you a quick recap of the proceedings which have transpired in our subcommittee. The Senate Blue Ribbon Subcommittee on PSR number 826 had conducted 12 public hearings, including ocular inspections of the 11-story Makati City Hall 2 parking building, the Rosario, Batangas property, and the Makati Science High School building. During the first hearing on August 20, 2014, Attorney Renato Bondal claimed that the Makati City Hall 2 parking building was overpriced, saying that the building should have only cost 700 million pesos and not 2.7 billion pesos. Mayor Junjun Binay appeared before the subcommittee and claimed that the Makati City Hall 2 parking building is a green building, a dream office building, and of world-class quality that was designed to withstand earthquakes. Mayor Junjun said that Attorney Bondal should not compare the said building with other establishments or structures in the city, as the type and features of the buildings as well as the types of the soil they stand on vary or differ. Mayor Junjun likewise cited a Commission on Audit report allegedly clearing the project of any irregularity, a claim which was later denied by COA Chairperson Grace Pulido. In the August 26, 2014 hearing, former Makati City Vice Mayor Ernesto Mercado admitted that he and Vice President Jejomar Binay, when he was still mayor of the city of Makati, personally benefited from the construction of the Makati City Hall 2 parking building. The COA Technical Audit Specialist team assigned to the said building claimed that there was no overpricing and that the construction of the building was within the allowable limit of variance. Robert Henson, president of Hillmarks Construction Corporation, blamed the high price of steel in the high construction costs of the Makati City Hall 2 parking building. COA Chairperson Pulido, on the other hand, informed the subcommittee that her agency was in the process of putting together a team that would review the audit on the questioned building. On September 1, 2014, an ocular inspection was conducted of the Makati City Hall 2 parking building. In the September 4, 2014 hearing, Hillmark's Assistant Vice President for Legal Affairs, Attorney Atty Peig, claimed that the Makati City Hall 2 parking building is not overpriced after comparing the costs per square meter of the said building with the House of Representatives North Lounge Extension and the Iloilo Convention Center Phase 1. Engineer Mario Echanova, former head of the Makati City's General Services Department and former vice chairman of the Bids and Awards Committee, claimed that, as in other infrastructure projects of the City of Makati under then Mayor Jejomar Binay, the bidding of the Makati City Hall 2 parking building was rigged or naluto. On September 11, 2014, former Makati Vice Mayor Mercado returned and claimed that Vice President Binay received 13% kickbacks from every project that the Makati City government undertook when the latter was still the mayor of this premier city. As a result, the subcommittee decided to formally invite Vice President Binay to shed light on the said allegations of former Vice Mayor Mercado. The hearings continued on September 25, 2014, with the Vice President a no-show in the said hearing, allegedly because of his full schedule. On October 1, 2014, Mayor Junjun Binay filed a manifestation with motion for reconsideration challenging the jurisdiction of this subcommittee. Similar jurisdictional challenges were filed by Ms. Ebeng Baloloy, Attorney Pio Kenneth Dasal, Ms. Marjorie De Vera, and Professor Tomas Lopez. This subcommittee subsequently ruled on these jurisdictional challenges and denied them for being without merit. On October 2, 2014, COA's Attorney Alexander Juliano detailed their initial evaluation on the so-called red flags in the construction of the Makati City Hall 2 parking building. According to Attorney Juliano, records show that the City of Makati had disbursed an aggregate amount of 2,367,679,633 pesos and 85 centavos as of December 31, 2013, and that the project consisted of 5 phases that were awarded to a single contractor, Hillmarks Construction Corporation. On October 8, 2014, former Makati City Vice Mayor Ernesto Mercado informed the subcommittee of a 350-hectare property in Rosario, Batangas that allegedly belongs to Vice President Binay. Senator Antonio Trillanes showed the link between Vice President Binay and the purported owner of the property, businessman Antonio Chu. On October 22, 2014, businessman Antonio Chu appeared before the subcommittee and claimed that he had paid 11 million pesos to a certain Laureano B. Gregorio Jr. for the rights and the use of the property. He further claimed that he is obligated to pay Mr. Gregorio a total of 446 million pesos before ownership rights of the Rosario, Batangas property would be transferred to his company, Sunchump Real Estate Development Corporation. On October 23, 2014, an ocular inspection of the Rosario, Batangas property was conducted with Senator Trillanes present. On October 30, 2014, Antonio Chu submitted a one-page unauthorized agreement between him and the alleged former owner, Laureano B. Gregorio Jr., as proof of his ownership of the Rosario, Batangas property. Senator Alan Peter Cayetano then presented posts on some social network sites as evidence to support the allegation that Vice President Binay was indeed the real owner, or is indeed the real owner of the Rosario, Batangas property. On November 6, 2014, Vice President Binay again failed to attend the subcommittee's hearing, choosing instead to attend these events in Cebu. However, he prepared and submitted a statement to this subcommittee. On November 15, 2014, an ocular inspection of the Makati Science High School building was conducted. In the November 18, 2014 hearing of the subcommittee, COA Chairperson Pulido informed the subcommittee that the Makati Science High School building could be overpriced and that the COA also detected red flags in the construction of the said building. So that was our last hearing, November 18, 2014. I will repeat what I said in my August 20, 2014 opening statement, that my interest in this investigation is principally legislative. I have a pending bill called the Bigger Pie, Bigger Slice Bill, which will bring more resources to local government units if and when it becomes law. Hence, I am concerned about minimizing, if not totally eradicating, corruption at the local level. I am also the chairman of the Oversight Committee on the Local Government Code of 1991, which is mandated to conduct a methodical and exhaustive review of the Local Government Code of 1991. Before the Bigger Pie, Bigger Slice bill becomes law, let us start fighting corruption at the local level now. This is also the reason why I express all-out support for the programs of the Office of the Ombudsman directed at eradicating graft and corruption at the local level. Formal acceptance and/or technical audit process being conducted by the COA. Number 12, adoption of Langdon and Seya, formerly Davis Langdon and Seya Construction Cost Handbook, and/or other acceptable industry standards to be adopted and/or approved by the Department of Public Works and Highways, COA, and other procuring agencies as the basis for agency estimates and as standard reference material for all government infrastructure projects. Number 13, review and update the anti-dummy law to clearly include the use of dummies by public officials. Number 14, review the Government Procurement Reform Act. So this is not exhaustive. This is just as of this date and coming from this representation. Of course, my colleagues have their own ideas for legislative action. So at this point, may I now ask the Committee Secretary, Director General, Attorney Kimbo, to recognize for the record the presence of our witnesses and resource persons and other guests in today's hearing. Attorney Kimbo, please.
Mr. Chairman, may I proceed?
Please.
Currently present are Attorney Darlene Marie Berberabe, President and CEO of Pag-ibig; Ms. Merla Bagsit, OIC Supervising Auditor, Makati City Hall; Engineer Edgar Garces, Division Chief, Bureau of Construction, DPWH; Architect Mariano del Castillo, Survey Division, Bureau of Design, DPWH; Engineer Dindo Macabante, Survey Division, Bureau of Design, DPWH; Engineer Denver Adobo, Survey Division, Bureau of Design, DPWH; Attorney Dennis Santiago, Executive Director of GPPB; Mr. Federico Cuervo, President and CEO, Cuervo and Valuers and Advisory, Inc.; Police Superintendent Nicasio Salamera, and Police Chief Superintendent Jose Villafuerte, representing the PNP. Mr. Antonio Cruz, President of ITP; Attorney Renato Bondal of the Bondal Law Office; Mr. Nicolas Ching and Ciso IV; Mr. Ernesto S. Mercado, former City Vice Mayor of the City Government of Makati; Engineer Mario Ichanova, former Department Head, General Services Department, City Government of Makati; and Mr. Ariel Olivar, who is a resident of Peak Condominium. Mr. Chair, I hope I have not missed anyone. Mr. Chair, those are the persons who are present.
Thank you, Attorney Kimbo. And of course, for the record, present with me this morning is Majority Leader Senator Alan Peter Cayetano and Senator Trillanes, the author of PSR Resolution number 826. Okay, so let us proceed. Okay, tama. For those who are appearing for the first time as witnesses, please take your oath to be administered by Attorney Kimbo.
Those who are here for the first time, kindly stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this proceeding? They all said, I do. And may we remind, take your seats, thank you. May we remind also those who are here who have previously taken their oath, you are reminded that you will be testifying on the same oath. Thank you.
Okay, so you may be wondering why we have some PNP officials present in this morning's hearing. Well, the chairman took the initiative of inviting the PNP to inform this subcommittee as well as the entire nation on the status of the investigation on the murder or the killing of former Makati City Engineer Nelson Morales, because his name has been mentioned siguro 20 to 30 times in the course of our proceedings. So I think we should be interested in getting to know what really happened. Are you ready for your report, Chief Superintendent Jose Villafuerte?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Firstly, sir, I would like to correct a few things from the invitation, sir. The murder of the Presilo, Felipe, and Imelda are surnames Ongog, sir, and not Ogang. O-N-G-O-G. And the incident happened on November 29, 2014, not on December 6, 2014.
So, and these people you have just named, no, were also killed, and there were reports that their killing was connected with the murder of Makati City Engineer Nelson Morales. That's the report. That's why we want to hear from you what is now the official finding of the PNP.
Firstly, sir, I would like to inform the body that the case of Engineer Morales is already with RTC Branch 18 of Tabaco City. Nakafile na po yung case, and there's an ongoing trial already, sir, under criminal cases T-5549 and T-5550. It is also important to note, sir, that dun sa kaso po na yun, of the 6 suspects, one is already arrested, who is Roderick Sarahan. One is already dead. He was killed during an encounter with police operatives, Ramson Concepcion. 2 are still at large, Gilbert Concepcion and Winifredo Rabaca, while 2 are still unidentified, sir.
You mentioned 2 pending criminal cases, and these are murder cases.
Yes, sir.
Tama ba?
Murder
Cases.
and multiple murder sa yung isa, sir.
Murder and then multiple murder.
Yes, sir.
So against one person. Tama? Kasi only one has been arrested. Tama?
Yung pong information, sir, yung pong kaso, sir, is against 6 suspects, sir.
Against six suspects.
suspects.
But only one person now is under has been brought under the jurisdiction of the court.
Yes,
Tama? Salamat. Okay, sir. So definitely the police already have a theory on what happened. So you have already pinpointed the suspects and you have filed a murder case. It's a murder case. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So how about this report, sir, about this November 29, 2014 incident where 3 family members were gunned down in also in the Bicol area?
Yes, sir.
Reported to be connected. Is it or is it not?
Based on record, sir, the only connection between the 2 cases, sir, lies on the fact that the suspects in the murder case and multiple murder cases belong to one criminal group, ito pong Concepcion group. But there is no connection, sir, as to the killing of the Ongog family, ito pong 3 na huli. As there are no witnesses or in any way connected dun, sir, sa murder ni Engineer Morales. Wala pong kinalaman sila. Hence, it is safe to assess, in the absence of evidence on record, that the murder of Engineer Morales has nothing to do with the multiple murders of the 3 members of the Ongog family, sir.
Do you have is there a theory? Do you have a theory why
They were killed.
Engineer Morales was killed? Because you have suspects. But
Yes,
what is your theory?
Ang lumalabas lang po, sir, dun sa investigation, it is political. At that time, 2012 po yun eh. He is planning to run for mayor, sir, that time.
If that is the theory, then let that be the theory. So any questions? Okay, so thank you very much, Chief Superintendent. You have complied with the subpoena. So thank you very much for giving the subcommittee the information that we need. Your excuse, sir, and Superintendent Salamera. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir.
So, Trillanes.
Mr. Chairman, before we proceed, let me just manifest that last Tuesday, I filed proposed Senate Resolution number 1114 that basically expanded the investigation of the Blue Ribbon Committee to include irregular transactions entered into by the Pag-ibig Fund and the Boy Scouts of the Philippines. And both agencies or both organizations are technically headed by the Vice President Jejo Binay. So, na-expand na po natin itong ating coverage with this. And Senator T.G. Gingona graciously referred this again to the subcommittee because he believes that it is consistent as far as the personalities involved dito sa ongoing investigation natin. So, ayan po, para dun sa mga nagtatanong kung anong koneksyon ito doon sa first resolution, ito po, meron na pong bagong resolution, kaya konektado na siya directly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I will confirm that I talked to the chairman, Senator Gingona, and he told me that proposed Senate Resolution number 1114 will be referred to this subcommittee. So henceforth, our hearings, we will simultaneously hear the two resolutions. So henceforth, the hearings of this subcommittee will be hearings on proposed Senate Resolution number 826 and proposed Senate Resolution number 1114.